The Kayfuns. Let's talk about it. Kayfuns have gotten the most greatest reviews over and over. Everyone, all the big timers, and even the ones that are just getting into vaping, are recommending Kayfun, 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 Kayfun. Um, Me, on the other hand, I like Kayfuns. The air draw is just right. It's just where it's good for a mouth to lung, and it's also great for a straight to lung. So, yeah, airflow, they got it right. Kayfuns, yeah. Woo. It's easy to build a coil, fairly easy, right? If you are efficient at building RDAs, you won't have a problem at all over building a Kayfun. And actually, I'm going to get down and dirty and build a coil for you and kind of show you. I built two coils. One, I built it at a 1.1 ohm or something, and then I was like, screw it. I wanted a 0.7. And then I built the second coil with twisted 20 gauge, and then it came out to be 0.68. Although this Kayfun, it seems to love to gurgle on me. Just the first hit. Just the first hit is a little bit gurgly, and then it spews out a crap ton of e-juice. I'm going to have to dive back in here and see what the problem is. So the issues I have with the Kayfun is just a gurgle issue. I have no idea why it's gurgling. And I have e-juice in here, so I can't really pop it open at the moment. But again, this is my first impressions. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna upload this video today, nor tomorrow, nor the day after. I'm gonna keep using the Kayfun and give you a more in-depth overview of this. So this is just my first build, my first impression. And it's actually performing now. Now it's performing. And it's not gurgling. It's not gurgling. So the Kayfun. Vapor production. At a 0.7 ohm, let's actually compare it to, obviously, the Genesis, right? Genesis. And this is the same coil at the same ohm, just a different wick, you could say. And you know what? I'm so confident about this Genesis that I don't even have to use that really hard-hitting mechanical mod. I could just use a magneto. And you know what? I'm not going to even use the 18650. I'm going to use the 18500. That's how confident that this Genesis will outperform this Kayfun. As far as vapor production and flavor goes, well, that's pretty much everything, isn't it? But convenience-wise, Kayfun still has it. It's 4.5 milliliters. So, all right. So let's just compare the two. So first, we'll get the Kayfun. Not bad. Incredibly satisfying, definitely. But let's compare it to the Genesis. It's almost no competition, isn't it? Same exact coil, not the same e-juice, but pretty much the same concentration PG e-juice, And the difference in vapor production is noticeable. Hopefully you guys saw that. Again, this is the first impressions. I'm using the exact same coil in both of these, twisted 28 gauge. But actually, the more and more I vape on this Kayfun, the more and more I'm actually liking it. It's a very interesting vape. Like I said, that airflow is just right there. It's right there where those straight to lungers, I can't complain. I don't know how they did this. It's freaking amazing. That was a mouth to lung hit. Mouth to lung. Mouth to lung on this? Hard to do. It's really airy because again I have 3 gigantic holes drilled out on this one. And that's the thing I love about Genesis style mouse is that it's an RDA. It's an RDA basically, without the D. And so RTA, but it's just one gigantic rebuildable dripping atomizer. Same performance as a dripping atomizer. Flavor production, vape performance. Oh, like I said, I'm a Genesis fan. I've been a Genesis fan ever since they first came out. I still am a Genesis fan. Yes, it's a biatch to build a coil in this, opposed to a Kayfun, which I just did it on camera. I did it on camera. So this is me taking apart the Kayfun, kind of showing you guys the internals of it. This is my first impressions, one of my first builds. I did build 2 coils when I first got the Kayfun. Built one at 0.68 ohms and the other one at 1.03 ohms. If you see this video, this is me building that 1.03 ohm. I was going for 0.7, but I screwed up and put a 1.03. Ended up taking it out and building a 0.68 ohm. So when you see the progression of this as I go along, I will be narrating through this video because my close-up camera at the moment has pretty crappy sound recording. So again, 28 gauge Canthal, just regular old 28 gauge. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it with my cutters and we'll get everything ready. So go ahead and tidy up my cable holder that I made myself so it doesn't spool all over the place. There we go. And let's go ahead and check out how I build my coils, right? It's so easy to do that I actually did it on camera. We'll just go ahead and put some wraps on there. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, and 7 wraps. So this is a 6-7 wrap. So on the bottom there'll be 6, on the top there'll be 7 wraps. And this is this will give me about a 1.03 ohm. Which is actually worked out better than the 0.68 ohm. But if you look there, all I'm doing is just tightening it up, pulling on it, and look how flawlessly I could put this inside the Kayfun. I just put the coil down the center, wrap one of the leads over the kind of post, and just I could either take out the screwdriver at this moment, or I can just hold on to it and just tighten it up. I'm just go ahead and I'm making sure that the leads actually go under the bolt so that I don't end up loosening it up later. And once I have that, I'm just going to get a screwdriver, tighten her up a little bit, just a little, just to hold, and make sure I check it again, tighten up all the way, and I'm good to go on one side of the lead. And on the other now, again, with the screwdriver still plugged in, very easy to do. Go ahead, tidy up a little bit, put that other lead across the other bolt. Just make sure it's tight. Again, just always making sure everything is tight and neat and tidy. I'm going to go ahead and fold it down, hold it with my thumb, make sure that lead is inside that bolt, It doesn't matter if the screwdriver falls off at the moment now. Go ahead and tighten that up. Again, just tightening up, hand tighten, I guess you could say. You don't want to over tighten because you do have a chance of that lead popping off on you. So make sure you just hand tighten. As long as it's in there pretty sturdy, it won't go anywhere. Now cut the extra leads with your clippers, nail clippers, or wire cutters, whatever you have. Right now I'm using wire cutters. But if you don't have that, you could always use nail clippers or whatnot, or even scissors with 28 gauge Kanthal scissors work just fine. Okay, so we got those leads cut. Now the coil is on, and it's pretty much finished. I'm going to go ahead and insert the screwdriver again to kind of tidy up the coil a little bit. And I'm not finished because once I tidy that up, I will go ahead and put some current through it and tidy up a little bit more. That's going to be up and coming. I'll go ahead and show you how I did that. But this is that 1.03 ohm coil. I'm going to go ahead and pop it on the ohms checker and then go ahead and show you guys, hopefully sooner than later. There we go. So ohms checker, go ahead and screw that in. And again, this just took me 5 minutes to build a coil, guys. It's not something difficult to do. I'm doing everything on camera. There you go, 1.09. Okay, so that's actually what I was at, 1.09. Although I did want to go with a lower ohm coil, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do the same steps, but with less wraps. Hey, 1.68 ohms. There we go. Thumbs up there. Now I'll go ahead and show you how I completely tidied up the coils. Okay, I have it on my mod. Could be on any mod, and my bent pliers. Okay, these are the pliers I use the most. All you do is you give it a little bit of heat, let it go, and then scrunch them up. Again, a little bit more heat. It's already going from inside out. It's perfect the way it is right now, but I really like to get all the all the coils tight together, so I'm going to go ahead and do it a few more times. Again, adding pressure, waiting for it to cool down so it anneals, and that looks almost perfect actually. I'll go ahead and do that one more time just for, being precise with it. There we go, third time. I should be done now. Again, perfect flow inside to out. Time for me to wick this. All I do is get a piece of cotton and I just thread it through. Very easy to do. Boom, boom, and boom. There we go. Come on, thread it through. There we go. Alright, perfect. So then we do have that cotton in there. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit more fluffy by taking off that thread-ish area. So perfect. Now it's time for me to grab a pair of scissors. I'll go ahead and do that right about now. I'm going to go ahead and check to see if it's too long or not. Grab a pair of scissors, cut it, and we're good. So that's my build, guys. Very easy to do. Go ahead and put it all back together, fill her up, and that's it, guys. So that's a quick build tutorial. Again, freaking amazing because I can straight lung this, or I can mouth lung it. I can see why the Kayfun is so popular. It hits the whole market. It hits the beginner market, the intermediate market, and the advanced market. It does. It just hits all freaking markets. As I'm gonna kind of keep testing out the Kayfun, as so many people are recommending this and all that. So the Kayfun is still up for experimentation. We will see how this works out. I'm going to go and open her up, see exactly what happened with the... Alright, so the Kayfun, I have it on my Vamo. I did have a 1.35 coil, 1.35 coil that you just saw on my other video. And this was actually an absolutely full tank before I got out. I'm here at Ammo Brothers. Ammo Brothers. There, just on the drive down here from downtown, I almost finished off this tank. So that's amazing. So the only issue I have with the Kayfun, well, there's two, but one is I'm vaping way too much on the drive now. So while I'm driving, I'm vaping a whole bunch more because of this Kayfun. And number two, this did leak on me in the middle of my drive, and that was a little bit of a pain in the ass. But then I was taking actually dry hits because I thought I was pressing the button, but I wasn't. And then I guess I was taking dry pulls on it, and I guess it flooded a little bit. I did manage to blow it off on a piece of towel while I was in the freeway, and then that fixed it right up. But I am actually vaping quite a bit. This Kayfun is incredibly convenient. For the drive, put it in my cell phone holder dash mod holder. Okay, and that's how it's gonna be. And now since I'm here, I'll bust out my. So these guys, well, are going to be update. Some of my coil builds. This is that 1 ohm coil I built over. I'm saying over 30 coils on this Kayfun. This is another 0.99 coil. It's a different type of coil. This is a 0.8 ohm coil that I put cotton already through it. This is the setup that I finally ended up using. It is a chimney vertical coil. As you can see, I pre-bent all the coils before I put it in the Kayfun, and it gave me the best airflow. I'm at 1.35 ohms, so I can go ahead and put it on China-made devices. This is the wick for it. I just wrapped it around once and put it down the chimney. This is me putting that chimney wall on there and then putting the wicks down under. It does look perfect. Alright guys, so I was going to kind of tie up the Kayfun review because I've been done with it. I've tested it extensively. And it's been working perfect. I was going to compare it with the Genesis style mods. Now I kind of fiddled with this Genesis style to kind of get it to be the same ohms as the Kayfun and all that, and I screwed it up. I screwed up my favorite setup, and it's just not working right anymore. So I'm getting dry hits. Now the first 2 hits on that is fine, and I have to let it down now, because after I take any more drags, it's not going to wick correctly, and then I won't get it. I'll get this dry hit. So, in essence, if I were to compare, I said I wouldn't, but if I were to, the Kayfun still takes the cake, because it's so much easier to build. It's kind of worry-free when you're vaping. My mouth's kind of dry. So it's a lot more hassle-free. And it produces good vapor. It's not going to be the sub-ohm type vapor. Of course not. You have a small chamber. It's more like a clearomizer, really good clearomizer vapor. This is how much vapor I'm getting out of this. Just to show you an example. This is a Protein 3 with adjustable airflow. So, really equivalent to the Kayfun. It's basically a very good clearomizer vapor production. Flavor outstanding, although it does not give me the same flavor as the RDA. Of course, RDA is going to give you the best flavor, the best vapor. The only thing is it's hassle. It's a hassle to drip. So the Kayfun does take the cake as far as hassle-freeness goes. It's the reason why it's so popular. Everyone raves about it because it's so easy to build a coil. Once you have it in there, you fill up 4.5 mLs of juice and you're ready to go for the day. Now, I usually use the setup on the drive, but you know, it does get used a lot at home too. I don't use this Genesis style atomizer anymore. Although it performs like an RDA, good flavor, good everything, if you don't get it working right, it's a pain in the ass to get this working right. I'll tell you that I built a new coil. Look, building coils on it's whatever. I could build coils all day, but the issue with this is how it wicks. Okay, guys, how it wicks. And although it performs very well, this is a 1 point some odd ohm coil, 1.1 ohm, I believe. So it produces incredible vapor, especially for the for the ohms it's at. But it's not going to replace the Kayfun. It does produce a crap ton of vapor though. Let's go ahead and pop this off and put this away now because it's no longer wicking. I can kind of taste the dryness already. So go ahead and put it away there. That does not leak, by the way. I set up my Genesis style so it doesn't leak. Of course, it's not going to outperform your it will not outperform your RDAs. RDAs will always perform well. So that's about it, guys. That's my update for the Kayfun. It takes the cake for hassle-free. If you're looking for a hassle-free vape, Kayfun, build a coil to 1 point something ohm, 1.4 ohm, put it on your Vamo, and you're good to go. Put it on your iTaste MVP 2, and you're good to go. Put it on pretty much any variable voltage, and you're ready to go. This actually works fantastic on a mechanical mod as well. I really like vaping this at 4.5 volts, but after a little bit of testing, anyways, I don't get 4.5 volts anyways. I vape at 3.98. So again, with that being said, on a mechanical mod, the Kayfuns perform flawlessly. So on a mechanical, pure unregulated. And the reason being is that because that chamber is so tiny, even if you build a kind of higher ohm coil, like at least higher than what I'm used to, like 0.5, this is at 1 point something, it still produces that good vapor, good flavor, small chamber. It's been great. I've been rocking it in mechanical and variable voltage, and I've been loving it. So the air draw is again it's a little bit tight for me, but it's actually enough to do a straight to lung draw, which I like. It's also great for those mouth to lungers, those people that just want to smoke it like a cigarette. It's so hassle free and so versatile to say that the Kayfun does have a spot in my collection where I will use almost daily in one way or another, especially when I run out of juice or I just get tired of tripping. Great video. Alright guys, well thanks for watching.